What's up today, my fellow Madden soldiers? So what I'm going to be doing right now is a 50 out of 50 Dallas Cowboy theme team update. And with this update, I'm going to be speaking about specifically abilities and X factors, more so abilities, but I will be mentioning the X factor that I put on my squad. And the reason why is because escape artist is way too much for the AP. And you guys been asking me with these new ability changes, how am I going to be running my squad? So now that I looked at my whole squad and I changed things around on offense and defense, I'm going to go ahead and do this update and show you guys now what I'm running on my squad. So let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, so I mixed it up quite a bit now, so I'm actually a lot happier with my squad. And if you guys want to know, yes, I did take escape artist off Dak Prescott. I didn't have to. I could have actually put escape artist and hot route master, and that would have been pretty decent. But, you know, I need to have more of a route-rounded team because my receivers need to be open in order for Prescott to be able to get the ball to him. So I decided to do something a little bit different. So that's what I'm going to be showing you guys right here. But let's start off with Dak Prescott because I know that's one of the main players you guys probably want to know about. So now on Dak Prescott, I'm running Bazooka. I'm running Threat Detector, Identifier, and Dashing Deadeye. I know I could take off Threat Detector or Identifier. That'll free up 3 more AP, but I like Threat Detector because on 3rd and 4th down, it makes a big difference for me knowing if my opponent's going to blitz, because sometimes he'll send his whole team, and if that's the case, I can make a one-play touchdown or get major yardage on that if he decides to blitz on 3rd and 4th down. And for Identifier, I do like to know where my opponent's at. You can basically tell where he's at, but sometimes the CPU will be animating at times and they'll be moving on their own. So I could assume that that's my opponent. What I like to do if I don't think my opponent has Identifier, because I think some people don't run it, is I won't move. I'll just stay there and make it look like the CPU is doing its thing, just to throw them off. But some people, you'll know right off the top. Sometimes you won't. But I like to know specifically where my opponent's at. So that's why I like to have Identifier. And the reason I got on Dak Prescott, because on the O-line, it's like 3 AP. So it's actually at a reduced cost to put it on Dak Prescott. So that's why I put it on him. And then I put dashing deadeye, perfect pass accuracy on the run up to 40 yards. And I like this one because that's usually about the range when I'm running. I throw the ball at least within that range, right? So it says perfect pass accuracy on the run up to 40 yards. So that's perfect for me because that's, like I said, that's usually the amount of yardage that I usually throw a lot to. So I figured that's like the best one, and it's only 2 AP. I took off escape artist and hot route master. Hot route master is cool, but I really don't use it as much. So I was like, you know what, it's cool to have, but I'm not using it as much. So I'll go ahead and take it off and use those ability points for my wide receivers and then my other players. When it comes to escape artist, it's cool to have it because you get to move pretty fast when it comes to your quarterback. But I really didn't need it because Dak Prescott is actually pretty fast on his own. We'll be doing gameplay, so you will be seeing it. Not in this video, but the next video should be a gameplay, so stay tuned for that. And you will be seeing how he operates in the gameplay. So that's what I run on him when it comes to the X factors. X factors and abilities, and it frees me up a lot of AP. So stay tuned also, because after this, once again, because I told you guys before that after every video, as long as I remember, there might be sometimes I forget, but I'm gonna make it a habit. I'm gonna show you guys the strategy cards that I run after every video, because some of you guys are just tuning in, some of you guys are tuned in and forget and want to be reassured. So at the end of the video, I'm gonna show you what strategy cards I have on my squad to get it to where it's at right now. Okay, so just to let you guys know that. But if you're looking at the team you see right here, then my whole line used to be a 99. Now Larry Allen's the only one that has a 98. And the reason why, because I switched certain strategy cards around. So I just want to let you guys know that ahead of time. But you also see that CeeDee Lamb and also Lance Alworth is a 99 overall. And there's reasons for that. Now on Ezekiel Elliott, which is the other one I put AP on. For his X Factor, I put Fright Train, and I put Energizer, Recuperation, and Bulldozer. Out of any of these, if I had to pick, it would be these two right here, the main thing. Because when you have these two on him, what happens is it actually reduces the chance of him fumbling it. So if you guys are actually having problems with Zeke fumbling it, sometimes it's not really the carry. Sometimes it's a stamina. If you guys keep on rushing Zeke, like after 2 plays, he needs to basically catch his breath and get stamina. That's the way they run it, at least from my experience on the game. So based on that, I put Energizer in recuperation because it helps him to get that energy back a lot faster and reduces the chance of him fumbling it. And it's been successful, especially with Tony Pollard, which is a fumble maniac, all right? So when I put these two on him, major success. So that's why I like these two off the top. But then I added Bulldozer just to see if it'll help me better when it comes to trucking. It helps out a little bit, not really too much. But if I had to get rid of one, it will be this Bulldozer. But for now, we're going to go ahead and leave it on him. So that's what I'm running on Zeke. Now for my wide receivers. So I got out on Zeke, Prescott, and then 3 of my wide receivers, as you guys can tell. But I'm going to make it easier for you guys. All my wide receivers, what I got, and I'll just go ahead and click on one of them. I got route technician, just to let you guys know that. So they're all my other receivers. It's 3 AP. It's not a lot, but it's quite a bit. But the reason why I like this is because no matter what route you put them on, it says right here, quicker cuts while running routes. To me, that makes a big difference because it can actually get your receivers wide open. They make better cuts. Everything's more precise when it comes to getting open when you put them on a route. So that's why I like using route tech. So I decided to put it on 3 receivers because majority of the time you have 3 receivers out there. And sometimes I usually have one main receiver I want to get it to at times. But if that one's not open, I want to make sure I want to hire my chances of success on my other receivers when it comes to getting open. So that's why I'm using route tech. It takes 3 AP, but it works out for me. So all my AP is taken up on offense. So I put it on my QB, halfback, and all 3 of my receivers. So I'm definitely happy with that because I got all the abilities that I want. Like I said, once again, it'll be nice to have Hot Rod Master and Escape Artist, but it is what it is. So that's what I'm running on my offense. And you see right here, I have 18 out of 18 AP. On my defense, we have 20 out of 20 AP. And let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm running on my defense. I switched it up, but not too much, just on certain players. So let me go ahead and make it easy for you guys. On all my cornerbacks, defensive back, safeties, I put Acrobat on them. Just to let you guys know that I still have Acrobat. That's not going anywhere because that's one of the most OP abilities when it comes to your defense, especially your cornerbacks and your safeties. So that's what I kept on them. That ability is not going anywhere. I don't see it going anywhere at all because it's such a good ability. But for the X Factors, I put all my X Factors on my cornerbacks, my top 3 cornerbacks. And the reason why I just wanted to do something different, no particular, I was like, you know what, let's just juice them up and we'll move X Factors around here and there when it comes to my defense. But what I tried out differently was bottleneck. I've never tried that one out. I had it before on cards that already came with the X Factor, but me specifically, I never put this X Factor. So this is the first time I'm using it and I wanted to try it out. And what it is dominantly win man press attempts. So if it gets activated, that's what we'll be expecting when it comes to that. So let's see how locked down they are when it comes to that X Factor. But that's what I got on my top 3 cornerbacks, just to let you guys know that. Let me see, what did I put on DeMarcus Ware? I know I put on something decent. Unfakeable. And the only reason I put on Unfakeable is because I used DeMarcus Ware as a spy. He's a pretty good spy, but even better pass rusher. He could do it all. But because I put him on a spy most of the time, sometimes I have to jump on him and use him. And I know that sometimes I'll miss a tackle. So it says right here, now I might just let him do his thing on his own, but it says decreased chance to be faked out by ball carrier moves. So that's why I put Unfakeable, because it betters the chance of me tackling my opponent. So I wanted to try that out. I usually don't use it, but I tried it out on DeMarcus Ware. And I said, let's see how successful we could get when it comes to that ability, because I use him as a spy. On Nick Bolton, Van Der Esch, I put Lurker on them. Just to let you guys know, I got Lurker on both of these guys. On Charles Haley, we don't have the X Factor. I got Fearmonger, but it's not activated. Just to let you guys know that. The only thing that's activated is this ability, which is unpredictable. Shed wins are less likely to add blocker resistance. I just figured I'd try something different on him whenever I add him in there. We got so many linebackers that they're not all going to play at once, but whenever they do, we'll try something different. On Micah Parsons, because I am using him as a DN, he's one of the ones that I changed it up. So what I got on him is no outsiders, and I put Lurker because if I run a 3-4, he might be my user, and if he is my user, I want to make sure that he'll have a higher chance of success if I have to user him and pick off the ball. So that's why I put Lurker and also no outsiders. And both of these are only 1 AP. So to me, it works out perfectly. Now let's go to our next one. So what do we got? We got Cam Chancellor. On Cam Chancellor, what I got on him is, once again, I got Acrobat, which you guys already know. I put it on my safeties and my cornerbacks. But the only other ability that I added to him is Out of My Way. And the only reason I added Out of My Way is because it's 0 AP. If it costs AP, I wouldn't have put it. But I put Out of My Way on him because it was 0 AP. So that's the only thing extra I added on Cam Chancellor because it was free AP. Now on my D-line. I think it's Randy Gregory and Ed Too Tall Jones. I might have the same, but I don't know. No, I think I have something different on Ed Too Tall Jones. So on Randy Gregory, I got run stopper. Shed attempts are free on run plays. I just want to see how successful it is. But just in general, he's good at stopping the run, and he's also good at running through the offensive line and sacking that QB. Like I don't even have to put no abilities on him, and this card is just as goonish as it comes. So I just added that on him just for extra security. Maybe it worked, maybe it don't. I don't know. But I just added something to him. No particular reason, just for him to have a star out there. On Ed Too Tall Jones, I added this particular ability not only because it's 1 AP, but because on 3rd and 4th down, it adds a pass rush point to all linemen on 3rd and 4th down. So I figured if I do have to use my D-line at times, this will help out, especially if it's on 3rd and 4th down. It'll add a pass rush point to all my linemen. So I was like, why not try it out? So that's why I put that. If it's really successful, we don't know, but it's just to change things around and add different abilities. So on these two right here, Javon Hargrave and William Perry, I put inside stuff. One of them is for 1 AP and the other one's for 2 AP. They change. So on William Perry, he gets it for 1 AP. And on Javon Hargrave, he gets inside stuff for 2 AP. But I got both of the same thing, inside stuff. Quicker run sheds against inside zone plays, which is highly successful. So that's why I like it. It may not work every single second, but for what I see, to me, it works every single second that they try to run it in an inside zone. So I like it because I actually seen it with my own eyes working. And if you guys actually been experimenting with it, you guys know also that it actually works pretty well. But anyways, that's it for the abilities on my offense or defense. I'll show you what's on my special teams, but I also want to show you my strategy cards real quick before I go because some of you guys might want to know. So let me go ahead and do that right now. So on special teams, I just got focus kicker, and I got one other one. Let me show you guys real quick because they boosted up the AP. So I got focus kicker and a clutch kicker because it's immunity to the ice kicker effect. So that's the reason why I put it on that. But I like to use it on my kicker because he's the one that has to kick the field goals and stuff. And he has to do most of the work. So that's why I put it on him. But now let's go ahead and go to my strategy cards. On offense, see, before I had nothing but O-line abilities. Now I have one O-line. So that's why Larry Allen is only a 98. But everyone else is a 99. So I'm all right with that. But I wanted to juice up my wide receivers again. So what I put on my wide receivers is real in. So it juices up the wide receivers and also tight end, right? So this is how it juices them up, catching traffic, and short route run. So that's why you see CeeDee Lamb. Before he was at 99 overall. Now he's at 99 overall. And also Lance Alworth. Lance Alworth is only at 97. But because I added this card, he went up 2 overalls. And for the O-line, I put Pave the Way. So it juices up the whole O-line, as you guys see. Majority of them were up to a 99 besides one of them. And on my defense, I switched it up again. So all my cornerbacks are 99. And majority of my squad is 99. There's a few cards that are low overall. But before I had all O-line, the defensive ends, the linebackers, and outside linebackers and stuff like that. But this one's man-to-man. So it juiced up my man-to-man defense. So it juices up the actual whole defense, but it actually focuses more on the cornerbacks and defensive backs. If you guys see that they're more juiced up, but it applies to the whole defense. However, the majority of the people who actually, or the majority of positions that benefit from it, are defensive backs and safeties. Other positions benefit a little bit, but not as much as those positions, which you see a lot of them are 99 overalls. So I got that, and that's actually an uncommon card, and it's actually pretty good. Now on this one, it's for the defensive backs. It's just for the defensive backs only. So it applies to the safeties as well as the cornerbacks. All right. So here we go. We got the +1 speed. It's kind of weird how they show it differently. But anyways, it gives you a +1 speed, and it also juices up the zone awareness, play rec, and stuff like that. It's kind of like different ones, but it basically juices up the whole card. It was 7 out of 7. Let me see. +3 zone, +3 play, +3 zone, +2 play rec, +2 awareness. But you go somewhere else and it changes up like +1 man. So it's all different, but it basically juiced up the whole defensive backs. And so that's why our squad is so juiced up. If you go over here, let me show you my defense real quick. Mount Renfro, as you see down here, is a 99 because I added those cards. Byron Jones is 99. Taylor Mays went up to a 98. Stuff like that because I added those cards. So little by little, we're building it up. The goal is to get it to a 99 overall, 50 out of 50 Cowboy theme team. I could actually probably do it right now, but I'm taking my time and building it slowly but surely. When it comes to the offense and defense, particularly, I could do that right now. When it comes to the special teams, I'm going to have to wait until they actually get a 99 kicker and punter because I would need one of the strategy cards to get my kicker and punter to a 99, and I'm not tripping on that right now. I'll go ahead and get that later on. But anyways, there it is there. If you guys like seeing what's seen, drop a like on the video. If you guys need subs to the channel, there will be more great amazing content coming your way. Thank you guys all for tuning in. I'm out.